Welcome to No Topic Podcast, where we keep it real.
No topic, man. So you already know, man, with no topic, we just go straight off the dome with it.
Straight off the dome.
You see what I'm saying? We just going, see what we got online real quick. You know what I mean? Whatever trigger us to go ahead and talk about, we're going to go ahead and just, get into it. Right now, man, today we May 5th, May 6th?
May 6th.
You see what I'm saying? Chilling in the crash pad, man, you know what I mean? Already know how we do. Crash pad brothers.
Yeah.
Out here moving around from state to state, city to city, country to country, getting it in. So if you see us out there, let us know. You trying to be on No Topic. We bring the equipment with us. So we pulling up any and everywhere, whether it's on the beach, whether it's in the hotel, or whether it's digging in your shorty. You know how we give it up, Gouchy. You know how we dig it up. You know what I mean? Daggone shoes off, and we still doing No Topics. You already know how we give it up. You know what I mean? Ankles in the sky. You know how we give it up, man. But
V's in the sky, baby.
Hey, you already know. Yo, but daggone, man. Man, I've been hearing a lot about this gorilla joint. 100 men versus this gorilla shit, man.
Yeah, man.
What's your thoughts on that, Gouchy?
Man, I feel like if they really gonna fight, if it's gonna be 100 basic niggas, like basic men, they getting cooked straight off the bat. But I feel like if it's 100 professional fighters, they got a chance. But if it's an aggressive ass gorilla, it's over with. They getting mixed. They even had a list and shit. I had a list of people post of who they need, but it's a joke list. They talk about 5 Baltimore niggas, 10 LGBT niggas. You know what I mean? They blacking out and shit. They're like, yo, They talk about 5 Chicago Bull players and shit, all types of crazy shit. Yeah, man.
So I mean, with that being stated, man, I'm gonna say, one, height is gonna have to. I mean, these niggas gonna have to be at least about 6'5", 6'6", maybe 6'8". Weight is gonna have to be a big factor in that too, just because, man, shit, you got a nigga that's 98 pounds, it's over with.
Oh yeah, you know what I mean?
So, weight, maybe this nigga's gonna have to be 300 better. You see what I'm saying? 250, maybe 300.
Yeah,
and he's still gonna get slung by the gorilla. I mean, I don't know. It's a lot of factors that come into that. You know what I mean? Whether it's a closed environment. You know what I mean? Then, at the same time, you got to think about, if the cat is going to get exhausted, you know what I mean? Fighting all these cats. And if it's just hands only,
I
don't think that 100 niggas is going to take a gorilla. 6'5", 6'8", 7 feet, 350, 250. Hands only, nah.
Yeah,
as soon as they come into this, if the gorilla doesn't get exhausted, because we got to take into account to all of that.
Yeah.
If the gorilla, if it doesn't get exhausted, it's punching at least 8 niggas out at once.
It's 8 niggas out once.
It's punching 8 of them out at once.
I think
one blow is going through 8 people. Facts.
It's crazy because I think because I think everybody ran across a gym nigga and a nigga who do calisthenics, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a gym nigga could bench, let's say 600 pounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in a regular nigga who's bench 320, if they arm wrestle, the little nigga might win. Just because it's this, I don't know, it's just pure strength. It's just they building themselves up. They're not juiced up or anything. So it's like they got that real pure strength where they getting juiced up and this and that. They got artificial strength and shit. Mm-hmm. So I feel like if they doing bench pressing and stuff like that, I think it's like crazy work.
And since we at the crash pad, we got the boy Eastside that just pulled in. So if you know what I mean, my man want to go ahead and get on no topic with us, you know what I mean, and jump in, then we could go ahead and get it popping with that too. But yeah, man, daggone, I mean, you know, like we said, man, it's all just. I think it's a lot of factors, man, that get into it. I mean, honestly, I just don't think that, you know what I mean, when it come man versus nature type shit, man, nature, I'm taking nature all day, man. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's just me and, you know, my take on that shit, man, because, you know, one time when I was young, bro, dad going over my homeboy crib, he had a bull, you know what I mean? And this cat was just in the daggone cage and everything, and his horns was sticking out of that shit. Next thing you know what I mean? I just grabbed the horn, and the nigga just and fucking almost threw my shoulder out of joint. I said, "Oh shit!" And it was effortless.
Yeah,
and I'm like, "Yo, god damn, bro, that's a lot of power just for this nigga to just bat me off like a fly." You see what I'm saying? Like effortlessly, bro. So I could only imagine that going something like a silverback coming in one you facing that cat. If this nigga's on his knuckles, you know what I mean? Yeah. But if that nigga stand up, that nigga's like 8 feet tall, bro. Like, and his wingspan is probably gonna make him about 9 feet because this nigga's hanging from fucking trees and shit. You see what I'm saying? So the strength that it's gonna take for him to do that, man. Yeah, I'm taking nature, man, all day, every day, man. You know what I mean? And that's me. I'm always dealing with the universe, so I'm taking nature, man, and evolution of you seeing I'm saying how things is going with this joint, bro. It's over with for the 100 niggas, man.
The average like because if we talk about the average man, especially now how feminists and you know what I mean they try to belittle people who got testosterone and people who's too masculine. They making men real soft. You know, girls champion soft niggas. So there's a lot of soft niggas in the world now. So if they just choose any random 100 niggas in the streets and put them in a gorilla, it's over with.
Yeah, right. You got to get some cats from the 90s, maybe early 80s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's it's a lot of factors that play into this shit nowadays, man. So, yo, that's crazy work, man, that you said that too. You know what I mean? Because, hey, things have changed, you know what I mean? And all the fucking estrogen that these male figures is having nowadays is crazy. Plus, if a nigga wearing skinny jeans, you know what I mean, this over with because you're not running, you're not going nowhere. You know what I mean? So it's over with, man, for the most part, man. Because you just, it's a wrap, man. You know what I mean, with that joint, man. I don't know, but yeah, everybody got their take on it. You know what I mean, and you know that's just my take on the joint. You know what I mean? But
you know, you gotta go far wide because what the world record is some one nigga he benched 1,000 pounds.
Okay.
So he benching 1,000. That's the world record. That's one nigga, and supposedly in the whole world that stepped out and said, "Yo, I'm strong as shit." You feel me? And there's mad gorillas. As an alpha gorilla is benching 5,000 supposedly 4,000 to 5,000 pounds or 2,000 to 5,000 pounds.
That's crazy.
That's nasty work.
Yo, you know who we should be asking these questions? That nigga Mark Henry, the world's strongest man. We should be asking him these questions like, yo, do you think that 100 of you at your prime, you know what I mean, since you was the world's strongest man before, what do you think, 100 of you against a gorilla, do you think that you'll be able to take that? Because you're actually lifting weight, you're doing like you was the world's strongest man, you see what I'm saying? So you throwing damn near 50 kilo kettles that going 100 feet in the sky and shit like that, you see what I'm saying? And that going carrying 200 kilograms worth of damn near steel around a circle 20 times. We all see how these world's strongest man's competitions be going. So they actually moving weight, you know what I mean, from point A to B, you know what I mean, throwing it over their head, squatting, doing all of these things, lifting up cars, dragging fucking planes and shit like that. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe if it was 100 of them,
yeah,
you know what I mean? It might be. But like I said, if you just throwing hands and you're actually trying to like physically hurt this gorilla, I mean, you're not gonna hurt this nigga by wrestling him. It's gonna take at least about 20, 30 of y'all to really pick this nigga up. But I doubt if that's gonna happen because this nigga's jumping in the sky and he throwing blows and everything. So
right,
that ain't gonna work out, man. And yeah, I don't, man. I mean, that's just my take, man. I don't think. I mean, we should ask him, and if that nigga say nah, then everybody else that's an average Joe. I don't care if you're an athlete or whatever. You're not stronger than the world's strongest man. So if he says no, man, hey,
over with,
done. You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
Next topic. Leave that joint alone because nobody's gonna mess with a fucking silverback gorilla. If that nigga didn't get exhausted first, you saying?
And they're not gonna do that shit because it's animal cruelty. They're not gonna put 100 niggas that you go try to brutalize a, you know what I mean, a gorilla. You know what I mean?
I mean, animal cruelty. We are mammals ourselves, so I mean, the animal cruelty might be on us too. At the same time,
about it, it's almost like
this nigga's gonna he's gonna kill a few of us, and that's just a fact. So that might be animal. It's gonna be animal cruelty on his part because they're gonna be like, damn, them dumb fucking humans, them animals right there, them niggas is stupid to even think about going up against the silverback. This nigga killed one nigga with a blow to his head, bro. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Like this, just getting punched in the head by a gorilla. Most cats may fall on the concrete backwards and they're going to get some type of brain damage. Let's look at boxers for an example, man. You see what I'm saying? Some of these cats, man, daggone, have, you know, slurred speeches. Muhammad Ali, you know what I mean? Rest in peace, you know what I mean? From, you know, him boxing and getting punched in his head all the time. Yeah, right. All that trauma. So imagine the force.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? The PSI. You see what I'm saying? Daggone the pressure and the pounds of pressure that's coming that this cat is about to deliver. You see what I'm saying? And if he snuff you out in the head, you're dead with one blow. You see what I'm saying? At full max. You see what I'm saying? It's over, but that's gonna be worse than you daggone falling on the concrete and cracking your head. You see what I'm saying, or whatever. Now, if this cat just grab you and just sling you and bust your head on the ground, it's over with. You see what I'm saying? So, man, yeah, bro, like that shit right there, man, it's gonna be animal cruelty, but not for the gorilla. Dumb topic, but you know, man, we in 2025 now, man. You know what I mean? We really should be, you know, talking about daggone how the political world is going, where we going. You know what I mean? And one other thing, man, you know what I mean? You know, this is about to just, since it's no topic, man, you know, we switch up, we do our thing, man. But, man, another thing, man, that I just always, you know what I mean, wanted to, you know, just discuss was the Back to Africa movement. Like, with these, you know what I mean, with these white folks, man. You see what I'm saying? We just keep it all the way a buck. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Raw, uncut. Yeah. My thing is you tell us to go back somewhere, right? Give us the money to do it.
Right.
Give us the planes. Give us whatever it needs. If you want this country to yourself, okay, cool. If you want somebody to get out of there so bad, ship them out. Not even ship them out. Fly them out. Our technology is better now.
And it's crazy.
Fly us out.
And it's crazy because now the president. So supposedly there's a woman president in Africa, and she was just like, okay, so since Donald Trump is doing all this stuff, yada yada. She said, how about I kick out all the Americans that's in Africa? Actually, she brung up. I don't know if she's doing it. But she's like, I'm gonna kick out everybody from Africa and stuff. If you wanna, start power tripping and shit. And she's like, so I don't know if they're doing it or not. But before, I think I heard like a year ago, a few years ago, maybe 2 years ago. She's like, yeah, we bring in anybody who got African heritage. You could come to Africa and you get citizenship. That's what you were saying this shit. I said, all right, that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Absolutely. I mean, would you, if that was the case, would you go back? I mean, well, I can't say would you go back because we was born here, but
Yeah.
would you go and live over there? You see what I'm saying?
Of course, if they give me like a package, you feel me? You need a package, you feel me?
What's the package? What's the package?
Enough for me to start up. You feel me? I'm coming
True.
from what? How far is Africa from here?
I mean, depending on where we going, where like
what was it 7,000, 6,000 miles?
So what we gonna say? What from JFK to Ghana? You want to say?
Yeah,
I mean, because that's where a lot of people is going. Yeah, right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Daggone, man. So shoot, man. We pulled this joint up, and let me see how many miles is it. We on Google right now.
Yeah. So, and recently I went to South Africa, and guess who's on the plane?
Who?
Almost all white people on the plane and shit. I'm going to South Africa, Johannesburg. And everybody on the plane, what they doing? They flying there to rob them niggas.
Right.
Diamonds, resources, being whatever they got, coffee, whatever they could use. People going stealing resources for skincare.
Wow.
Companies going there, miners is going there to dig and all types. It's crazy.
Yeah. Man, they say that it's approximately 5,137 miles. Ghana, JFK to Ghana, man. 5,137 miles. Man, over the Atlantic Ocean. I mean, to me, I've been over there. I've been to Sierra Leone, man. It was a beautiful place.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the way that they live over there, man, to see just nothing but melanated people and how we live and how we exist and the way that they go about handling their day-to-day duties. And you see them saying just life, man. You know, I even asked them the question, one of my homeboys, man, the question like, yo, do y'all really, and I'm sure it happens, but you know what I mean? I was just like, yo, like when y'all have like a debate, or if y'all have like any animosity towards the next man, I was like, yo, do y'all use the slammer to daggone go ahead and like handle your business? He was like, nah.
Use a slammer.
You know what I mean? You go off him. You see what I'm saying? Like you using a gun. Like yo, you shooting your people's. Like nah, we don't do that. You see what I'm saying? Hands, bro. Like yo, you know what I mean? You fight, and then after that, bro, you go about your way.
Right?
Like you're not harboring that feeling for a day or a day after, 2, 3, 4 days.
Yeah.
Like we used to do back in the day, man. You gonna punch somebody in the neck a couple times, and then after that, it's over with. You know what I mean? Y'all friends after that. You see what I'm saying?
I met this convict. I'm out in LA. I'm in the West Coast. I met this convict and shit. He was just like, yo, man, all this music shit you hear, all these niggas say they don't snitch, they thugs, yada yada. He said, man, everybody's snitching. He said everybody get locked up, they snitching, bro. Just to get the fuck out. Nobody really gangster out there. Right. Even if you talk to the mafia niggas and shit, they always got niggas throwing niggas under the bus. They say y'all Mattel, like you know they work with the cops and shit. They all, bro. It's like a facade. Like we see like the blueprints, like the outside. We don't see the whole thing. We thinking like, oh, they 100%, they're 10 toes down. Nah, bro. They don't want to be in jail. Why would you want to be in jail? 20 years plus with a bunch of booty goons. What? You know what I mean? Nobody want to be no boy. Why? Unless you like niggas. Right. So they snitching. Or they got somebody driving. They usually get people who's like, you know, who's poor. They got family who's poor. They say, yo, man, drive this shit over the border. You know, if you do get caught, it's cool. We're going to take care of your family and shit. You're going to give your family 20 bands. And that's it. If you get caught or whatever the case would be. But they keep on forcing them to do it until they get caught. Wow. And sometimes they get caught because the cops got to confiscate at least once a month, twice a month to make it look like they're doing their job. Crazy work.
Man, yeah, that's I don't get it, you know what I mean? Because I love women and I'm not trying to be around a whole bunch of dudes for the rest of my life. So, I mean, if I can go ahead, I don't own a gun right now. So if I could go ahead and box you up You see what I'm saying? Or you box me up and I live to fight another day, then cool. I mean, it's nothing wrong with battle scar. It's nothing wrong with wounds from a battle, bro. You know what I mean? We see that in nature all the time. You know what I mean? A fucking lion coming out of a match, nigga might be limping for the rest of his life, but he's still limping for the rest of his life. And he gonna be able to scrape some more cheeks. You see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know what I mean? Eat some more food. You know what I mean? So I would rather come at it. I would rather come out like that, man. But you know, man, the way that we are programmed, man, and the way that, you know, especially politically, how they got things, man, and how the government has actually, you see what I'm saying, led this country to be, man, is more or less just like, it's pure evil, man. You see what I'm saying? This shit is yo, you kill your brother. You see what I'm saying? Even though they telling you in a Bible standpoint to love thy neighbor, no, bro. You see what I'm saying? The laws and the government is telling you kill. You see what I'm saying? Why are they telling it? How are they doing that? They're doing that basically, you know, they're doing that through the army and what they're showing us what to do or how to live. You know, so me, I be feeling like, yo, you can't get mad at me. Why are you putting me in jail or prison for the rest of my life? You know, whenever you're supposed to be the head of everything and I'm just following you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying that you going over here to other countries and you taking everything from motherfuckers. You blowing women, kids, damn near fucking cattle.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Everything off of the planet Earth. You see what I'm saying? And then if I go over here and punch this cat because he called me the N-word, you see what I'm saying? I got to get sentenced for 15 years for that. You see what I'm saying? So the joint is wild.
America. So I feel like America is like a big ass video game because when you go outside of America, it's not. It don't feel like that video game vibe. But when you America is just like trial and error. Crash out as many times as you want. You know what I mean? If you know how to finesse the rules, they're gonna let you finesse. Mm-hmm. But you know, you find out how to make the paper, especially illegally. They be like, yo, they gonna lock you up for maybe like a year or two, and then they be like, yo, you know what? If you work for us or you tell us how we do it, we're gonna let you free. So you hit a 10 mil lick, 20 billion lick. They say, you know what? Just tell us how we do it so we could do it ourselves, and we're gonna let you go. Or you give us the information and snitch a little bit, you know what I mean? And we give you probation and shit. And that's America. Welcome to America. Like,
man, that's why I got to get up out of here, man, because, yo, that shit right there is just, like you said, you go to any other spot, you go anywhere else in the world, man, you're going to really see how much love that's being spread out there, man, to the people. Like, to us, actually, you know what I mean? Like, yo, like other countries have values, morals, and principles about certain things.
Still got values.
Still got that shit, man. You know what I mean? While we're just over here deteriorating every single day. You know what I mean? And it's man, that's crazy work for real.
And back to the little fighting shit, like I think I agree with, like, if you have an issue with somebody, yada yada, yeah, you should slam it out. You know what I mean? Y'all should just throw your fists up. Now, if you in your crib, somebody dumb enough to break in your crib when you got mad gas in your crib and shit, man, we're not knuckling up because the boy probably have a blade, all types of shit. You got your family. We don't got time for that shit. Just boom that nigga. We don't got time for this shit. You came to my crib, I'm sleeping and shit. Or I'm, you know what I mean, I'm getting busy with my shorty. You come break in my crib, man, I'm gonna boom you. But you know, you can't shoot them when they run out your crib. So that's the thing about it. You gotta shoot them when they're in your crib. That's the only rule. So if they running out your crib, you shoot in the back, you're gonna get locked up trying to protect your family. That's crazy work.
Yeah, I mean, but shit, at the end of the day, fuck it. If the motherfucker come in the crib, he gotta get smoked. He's running out or whatever. If I smoke him,
he might come back later.
Right. If I'ma smoke him regardless. Yo, he was running. I don't care. There's been a lot of people running and damn near police officers shot them in the back,
right?
And they didn't get no time. So why am I gonna let somebody that broke into my house try to run out of my house and think that like the only thing that's gonna do is just give them more power and influence to do that shit to the next person? There always has to be,
facts.
You see what I'm saying, repercussions to something, cause and effect.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there has
because if you don't clap him, like I say, you don't clap him, he might go to somebody else and kill, like, you know what I mean? He might fuck around, do some crazy shit, kill a 4-year-old girl.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I feel like if you got, especially you got cameras in your crib, a ring camera or whatever, and you got proof of this guy is stupid enough or whatever, desperate to break your crib, bro, you gotta off him, bro.
You gotta do something.
Something.
You
get him locked up and hopefully don't come back out, because you don't. If you always at work and you know your wife, you know what I mean, you're supposed to be a protector. Your wife in the crib, you got kids, whatever case it be, bro. You don't know what type of time or mindset he's on.
Absolutely, absolutely.
He could be a stalker. He might have a fetish of your shorty and shit. Like, oh man, your shorty look mad bad, mad exotic. I love that bitch. Yo, you gotta shoot him.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do something. You know what I mean? Because man, I know I speak to, you know, this as far as that, you know, at the office, man, you know, when I be talking to a few people from different countries, you know, they just have different rules. If you steal, a motherfucker is gonna chop your hand off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you daggone raped, or if you did anything that was just out of like the natural like selection of shit, bro, like you're gonna get dealt with in the community. Like you're not being dealt with from a government, a judge, and a jury that don't have no idea who the fuck you are or anything like that. Only thing they're doing is just pulling up a rap sheet, pulling up some information, and now they're gonna listen to the plaintiff and the defendant go head to head with each other, trying to prove somebody's innocence or somebody's not, somebody being not guilty, or whatever the case may be. So the community actually handles it, which I like that concept a lot better, as far as a community handling something, you know what I mean, that they all deem to be necessary. You know what I mean? Yo, this person, you ran in this man's house for no reason. Okay, we're gonna take your ass out in the streets and we're gonna beat you to death. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's some real shit.
No, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? In other countries, that's just how it's gonna go.
That's how it was like back in the day. You know,
course.
Back in the day, you had a community, your neighborhood. You used to watch your, like, you know, look out if your kid need help, walk in the street, yada yada. You know what I mean? If your kid was acting bad and fighting, your neighbor will whip your ass, and your mom wouldn't have a problem with it. They'd be like, "Oh, good luck for whipping my kid ass." They bugging and shit. Now, sorry for the Caucasian people. The Caucasian people let the kids go crazy. He's like, "Shut up, mom, you a bitch." I'm like, "Hey, yo," I said, "She talking crazy."
Yeah,
it's like, yo,
it's real crazy. That's how it be.
And I talk to the, you know, like I don't got no kids, but like I be telling you, I say, yo, you don't whip your kids for acting crazy. No, I can't find it in my heart. You understand you have kids. I said, I don't think I would change my stance. I said, I feel like if my kids acting disrespectful, because I feel like if I don't give my kids boundaries in some shape or form, they're going to act crazy somewhere else. And then when that one person who do got boundaries don't respect what they doing, they're going to show them something.
Right. Absolutely.
You feel me? It might be so bad, now your kid is gone.
Right. And because
you didn't set no boundaries for your kids. Now, if you did everything you had to do, set boundaries and stuff like that, and stuff that happened, then it is what, you know, that's just what it is. It's life and shit.
Right.
But never set boundaries for your kids, and your kids running around talking crazy, talk about fuck you, suck my dick, Bro, it's crazy. You'll get clapped and shit.
Yeah, of course, and I mean, it would be justified. You know what I mean? So. Man, I mean, hey, man, what we going through in these times is wild, man. There's so many more, man, topics that we can really just hop on, man, and be on the camera, man, for hours and hours and hours, just talking about just, man, many of things, because a lot of things, man, I see and that in history, man, that just trigger a very in-depth conversation that still needs to be dealt with. There's a lot of topics, there's a lot of conversations that still need to be dealt with in the proper way. That I feel like we aren't handling in a proper way. Because America, like you said, it's like a video game and a joke at the same time. It's like everybody wants to be funny in America or make fun of serious situations in America. They don't want to take nothing too serious. You see what I'm saying? Which is good in a way, but it's also bad in certain ways too. You know what I mean? Especially when things need to be dealt with.
It's like I feel like so in America, the infrastructure in America is trash. They need to update the infrastructure. There's so many places in America, it's almost impossible to navigate unless you have a certain type of money. And not everybody got financial literacy like that. You know what I mean? So it's like they need to upgrade the infrastructure. There's a lot of bad food in the market that's I got access to.
Man, now that's one thing that, going back to when I say that we need to deal with things in the right manner, is that right there. When you say food, there's a lot of bad food. We know this. You see what I'm saying? Daggone, a lot of people know this. So my thing is that if we know this, daggone, and these are the things that's, you see what I'm saying, happening or whatever the case may be, then why aren't we actually like going to the corporations and really physically removing these people from certain positions and things of that nature? Because if we're continuing to buy it, because we're saying, well, we got to eat, or this has to happen, or that has to happen, then they're just basically saying, okay, well, we're going to keep feeding these motherfuckers poison because they're just going to still keep buying it anyway. Like, and they're not like, okay, for an example.
Is it a John? Is it like
that going
I bet.
yeah. So that going for an example, man, you know what I mean? Whenever protests be happening and shit. Like even the LA riots, man, whenever Rodney King got beat down, you went to your own hood and you destroyed your own place. For what? That's not helping. That's hurting you, and it's not helping the situation. Now, if that would have happened, and now you would have went to downtown LA, and now you're looting or you're destroying and you're setting on fire, you see what I'm saying, crypto arena. You see what I'm saying? You setting blaze to the theater. You see what I'm saying? Daggone, you destroying Wells Fargo Bank. You see what I'm saying? And you fucking destroying Interscope and Capitol Records buildings and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? Now you're actually, you see what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna make a dent. Now you're going to fucking Hollywood, and you're going to Universal Studio. You're going where they're making these production movies, and now you fucking doing some looting out there and destruction out there. That's gonna change the landscape of shit. Now they're really gonna be like, oh, okay, all right, yo, these cats is for real now. Why? Because guess what? They can't make no money now. You see what I'm saying? Because you destroyed their place of business to where now you destroyed $100 million, $200 billion, $300 billion worth of equipment.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now they gotta spend money on getting this shit back, even though they got insurance and all of this and that.
Yeah.
But still, it's gonna take time to repair all those things. So if you're going to do those things, okay. Now they're gonna be like, well, you know what? We need to let off the gas. You see what I'm saying? We need to chill because people are really serious, as opposed to, okay, well, we know some foul, fucked up shit happened, and now we go back to our own hood and we destroy our own. Oh, well, shit, we want that. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Well,
y'all destroying yourselves more than you destroying the enemy.
I think like, it's a lack of, so a lot of people is distracted by everyday life, so they they pretty much like, so like the financial system pretty much force everybody to work almost a lot of hours in a day. You know what I mean? Especially if we fall into the pit of going to school and taking out mad debt, going here, get a car loan, mad debt. You know what I mean? Eating bad food. Now you sick. Now you got hospital bills, mad debt. Now the insurance you got the highest insurance, but it still won't cover your medicine. Another debt. Now you just worrying about yourself. You living selfish now. You run around. You're not even thinking about the little things that's adding up to making it a bigger thing. It's just a stockpile. Now if you just focus on if everybody's focused on the of changing things, it's like TikTok. When TikTok got shut down, everybody blacked out, and they probably went crazy and read. They probably wrote all these letters to the White House and all this like that, and it probably was overwhelming. They said, "Man, fuck it, we gonna have to bring that shit back."
Right.
So they did the same thing with the high rent. You know what I mean? Highest rent, mortgage rate, gas prices when it was $7 at one point for some whatever reason. You feel me? And like. And other stuff that's important for the future, things will be fixed in 24/7. Because think about it, if everybody say, "Yo, you know what? I'm not fucking buying gas for 24 hours," they won't even wait 24 hours.
Right.
That's billions.
Right.
They lose a billions. They say, "Oh shit, whatever they want, we got fixed." So whatever we did to make this shit $7, we're gonna make this shit 125.
Right.
Real talk. That's just how it is, people. Because it's a business. They don't want to lose money.
Right.
If we say, "Yo, you know what? All this food you're giving us is giving us cancer," I ain't fucking. We're not buying no more food. We're growing that shit ourselves. What's gonna happen in 24 hours? They're gonna start putting chemicals. They're gonna sign an executive order. They're gonna make sure nobody put no more dumb chemicals in our food.
Right.
And America will be healthy again. You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
But
man.
people are so selfish, and people be like, "Well, no, I don't want to do it. I can't survive." Like they one track minded. It's just crazy to me. It's like there's one track mind. Nobody want to sacrifice nothing until it really got their back across against the wall, and they're like, "Okay, I'm ready to fold." Like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
You should have folded when they start bugging.
Right.
Off rip. You should have started folding them up.
Yeah. And I mean that's facts, man. You know what I mean? That's straight facts right there, man. It's just, man, it's a lot of stuff, man, that on no topic, man, we gonna be coming to you with, man. Coming, you know what I mean, with a lot of content, a lot of just, discussions that's gonna get real personal, real.
Yeah.
Shit might get banned just because it's no topic, it's no filter. We not the type of people that's just going, you see what I'm saying, come and just be shooting a podcast just because it's some shit to do like everybody else, man. This is no topic, man.
No topic, straight raw,
uncut. You know what I mean?
No filter.
None of that, man. So we coming to you live and direct, man. Knowledge, information, and just real rap, man. And really trying to come and bring the real change, man. Like my man Ibrahim Toure over there in Burkina Faso, doing a beautiful job over there, man, in Africa, man. In one country in Africa, man. He's doing an excellent job. We need more of that. Even over here in the United States, man. But that's another topic that I really want to dive deep into, man. I want to dive into that African American topic, but I want to not A lot of people say that we come from Africa, this and that, but the way that the universe is, man, the way how everything is just set up and life just grows and everything of that nature.
Yeah.
Native Americans might not like this next topic, man, that we going to talk about, because trust me,
Native Americans not gonna like this topic.
They're not gonna like it.
Look, man, I got a DM on Instagram and shit, right? You know, she hit me up. You know, I'm Haitian, so you know, Haiti's in a spinning right now.
But
again,
that's a powerful country.
Yeah, it's a powerful country because we don't stand for bullshit. You know what I mean?